My beloved child. There is something happening behind the scenes that you do not fully see yet. It is quiet. It is hidden. It is unfolding in a place where your name was spoken when you were not there to hear it. And what happened in that private conversation changed more than anyone expected. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a long time, you wondered whether your efforts were noticed. You questioned whether the kindness you gave, the patience you showed, and the strength you carried through difficult moments truly mattered. There were days when it felt as though people only saw a small part of who you were. They saw your silence but not your wisdom. They saw your struggles but not your courage. They saw your journey but not the mountains you climbed to reach where you stand today. But then something unexpected happened. A conversation began. Not a loud conversation. Not a public conversation. A private one. And in that conversation, your name appeared. At first, it was only a simple mention. Just a few words. Nothing dramatic. Nothing that seemed important. Yet those few words opened a door that had been closed for a very long time. Someone began speaking about you. Someone began sharing things others had never fully understood. And suddenly, people started seeing a version of you they had overlooked before. Stay till the end because this is where everything begins to change. The remarkable thing is that you were not trying to prove yourself. You were not standing in front of anyone demanding recognition. You were simply being yourself. You were moving forward one step at a time, even when nobody applauded. You were continuing your journey even when nobody seemed to understand. That is what made the conversation so powerful. Because genuine value does not need to shout. It reveals itself. Slowly. Quietly. Powerfully. And during that private conversation, one person shared a story about you. A story that many had never heard. A story that showed your character. A story that showed your heart. A story that revealed the strength you carried during moments when others might have given up. The room became quieter. People listened more carefully. The atmosphere changed. What started as an ordinary discussion became something much bigger. Because the more they talked about you, the more people realized they had misunderstood certain things. They realized they had only seen fragments of your story. They realized there was much more beneath the surface. And then came a moment nobody expected. One statement. One observation. One realization. It caused everyone to pause. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The realization was simple. You have been carrying qualities that many people spend their entire lives trying to develop. Strength. Patience. Loyalty. Determination. Compassion. Wisdom. Not because life was easy for you, but because life challenged you. And instead of becoming bitter, you became stronger. Instead of becoming cold, you became wiser. Instead of stopping, you continued. That realization changed the direction of the conversation completely. The focus was no longer on what you lacked. The focus became what you possessed. And the list kept growing. People began remembering moments they had forgotten. Moments when you helped. Moments when you encouraged. Moments when you stood firm. Moments when your actions spoke louder than words. The picture became clearer. The truth became impossible to ignore. And the more they talked, the more your true value emerged. Stay till the end. Because what happened next surprised even the people having the conversation. One by one, old assumptions began falling apart. The labels people once attached to you no longer fit. The opinions that had been formed from limited information began losing their power. A deeper understanding replaced them. A stronger appreciation replaced them. And suddenly, the conversation became filled with respect. Not forced respect. Not temporary respect. Genuine respect. The kind that comes from seeing someone's true character. The kind that cannot be manufactured. The kind that lasts. My beloved child, there are moments in life when people finally see what was there all along. This was one of those moments. The value they discovered was not something new. You did not suddenly become valuable. You already were. The difference is that now others are beginning to recognize it. And that recognition is creating a shift. A shift in perception. A shift in understanding. A shift that will continue unfolding in ways you cannot fully see yet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the conversation is not over. In fact, what was revealed during that private discussion is only the beginning. The people involved walked away with a completely different perspective. They carried new thoughts. New awareness. New appreciation. And those thoughts did not remain in that room. They traveled. They spread. They influenced future conversations. Future decisions. Future opportunities. The ripple effect has already begun. Even if you cannot see it yet. Even if you do not feel it yet. The ripple is moving. Quietly. Powerfully. Steadily. And as it moves, more people will begin seeing what was hidden before. More people will recognize your value. More people will understand your journey. More people will appreciate the strength that brought you this far. This is not the end of the story. This is the moment where the story starts turning in your favor. And the most surprising part? The biggest revelation from that conversation has not fully revealed itself yet. It is still unfolding. It is still growing. It is still moving toward you. So hold on. Keep watching. Keep believing. Because what they discovered about your true value is opening a door that was never meant to stay closed forever. A remarkable shift is taking place right now, and very few people understand how powerful it truly is. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The private conversation we spoke about earlier did not simply end when everyone left the room. In fact, that conversation continued living in the minds of those who heard it. Long after the discussion was over, people kept thinking about what had been revealed regarding your true value. They replayed the words. They remembered the stories. They reflected on the details. And the more they reflected, the more they realized something extraordinary. You were never ordinary. You were never someone who could be fully understood in a quick glance. You were never meant to be judged by a single moment, a single mistake, or a single chapter of your journey. There was always something greater about you. Something deeper. Something that many people missed at first. But now they are beginning to see it. And what they are discovering is creating a powerful transformation. Stay till the end because the biggest revelation is still ahead. One person from that conversation woke up the next day with a completely different perspective about you. They started connecting pieces of your story that had never connected before. Suddenly they understood why you remained strong during difficult seasons. Suddenly they understood why you kept moving forward when others would have stopped. Suddenly they understood why your presence leaves a lasting impression. The answer was not luck. The answer was not coincidence. The answer was your character. And once someone truly sees character, they can never unsee it. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened next surprised everyone. Another conversation started. Then another. Then another. Your name continued appearing in places you never expected. Not because you were demanding attention. Not because you were trying to prove anything. But because genuine value naturally creates curiosity. People wanted to understand what made you different. They wanted to understand why your story stayed in their minds. They wanted to understand why the more they learned about you, the more respect they felt. And with every new conversation, your true value became harder to ignore. One person said something unforgettable. They said, "The more I learn about them, the more impressed I become." The room became silent. Because everyone secretly agreed. There was no argument. No disagreement. Only recognition. Recognition that something special had been overlooked for far too long. My beloved child, there are moments when life begins correcting old misunderstandings. This is one of those moments. For a long time, some people saw only your circumstances. Now they are seeing your strength. For a long time, some people noticed only your challenges. Now they are noticing your resilience. For a long time, some people focused on what you lacked. Now they are focused on everything you possess. That shift changes everything. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the most surprising part has not happened yet. During one of these conversations, a realization emerged that nobody expected. Someone pointed out a pattern. A pattern that had been there all along. Whenever people needed encouragement, you were there. Whenever people needed understanding, you were there. Whenever people needed strength, you were there. Whenever people needed someone trustworthy, you were there. The pattern was impossible to ignore. You had been adding value to people's lives in ways many never fully appreciated until now. And once that realization appeared, it spread quickly. The entire conversation changed direction again. People stopped asking, "What has this person achieved?" and started asking, how has this person impacted others? That question revealed something far greater. Because achievements can impress people, but impact changes people. And your impact was much larger than anyone realized. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. One by one, examples started emerging. Stories, memories, moments, acts of kindness, words of encouragement. Times when you helped someone keep going. Times when you inspired someone without even knowing it. The list became longer and longer. The evidence became stronger and stronger. And eventually nobody could deny the truth. Your value was real. Your influence was real. Your presence mattered more than you knew. That realization created a feeling nobody expected. Admiration. Not temporary admiration. Not shallow admiration. The kind of admiration that grows from understanding who someone truly is. And that admiration continues growing even now. My beloved child, there is something important you must understand. The greatest value is often invisible at first. The strongest light is sometimes hidden behind clouds. The most meaningful stories are rarely understood in a single chapter. And your story is proving that truth right now. People are finally looking beyond appearances. Beyond assumptions. Beyond first impressions. And what they are finding is extraordinary. Something they did not expect. Something they cannot stop thinking about. Something they keep talking about. Stay till the end. Because a major turning point is approaching. The conversations are still happening. The realizations are still spreading. The understanding is still deepening. And every day more people are seeing what that first private conversation revealed. That your true value cannot be measured by temporary circumstances. It cannot be measured by setbacks. It cannot be measured by opinions. Your true value comes from who you are. And now that truth is reaching people who never understood it before. The doors opening ahead may seem impossible today. The opportunities approaching may still be invisible. The recognition coming your way may not have arrived yet. But the foundation is already being built. Quietly. Powerfully. Steadily. And what began as one private conversation is becoming something much bigger than anyone imagined. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next revelation will show why this growing recognition is leading toward a moment that could change everything. An extraordinary truth is beginning to surface, and the people involved never expected it to reach this level. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The private conversation that helped them see your true value has now become something much bigger than a single discussion. What started as a few honest observations has grown into a powerful realization that continues spreading from one person to another. And now, something unexpected is happening. People are no longer talking only about what they discovered about you. They are talking about what they missed. That realization is changing everything. For a long time, certain qualities about you remained hidden in plain sight. They were visible, yet unnoticed. Present, yet unrecognized. Strong, yet underestimated. But once that private conversation opened people's eyes, they began revisiting old memories. And that is where the real surprise began. Stay till the end. Because this next revelation left a lasting impact. Someone remembered a moment when you encouraged them during a difficult season. At the time, it seemed like a simple conversation. Just a few words. Just a small gesture. Nothing dramatic. But years later, they realized those words helped them keep moving forward when they felt like giving up. Then another person remembered something. Then another. Then another. Suddenly people began sharing stories connected to you. Stories you may not even remember yourself. Stories that seemed ordinary at the time. Stories that turned out to be unforgettable for the people who experienced them. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. As these stories emerged, one powerful question appeared. How many lives has this person influenced without even knowing it? The room became quiet. Because nobody had an answer. The number was impossible to calculate. The impact was impossible to measure.